Yo, it's the Airwave 1 and 9 with your boy Grunge.
And it's your girl Nevaeh. And this is a place where we focus on everything Jersey while still supporting all things dope in our surrounding area.
Yo.
You thought that was Vaughn.
Yo, Vaughn, that's a hint, man. That's a hint. You up next. Now we over here with the creators of Flexyn. You know, they're bringing fun back to social media. So we got Ty, we got X. So let's just jump straight into it, man. What made you guys want to get into the app game?
You want me to go?
Yeah.
Basically, this is something we've been working on for over 15 years, actually. It started out as a website, and then as technology changes, you got to change with it. So eventually, it's all about apps, mobile phones and apps, and so there you have it.
Yeah, he kind of cutting it short. It was more like 20-something years. I mean, from when I was a baby, I remember seeing things, or growing up seeing things, like flyers and stuff around the house. So 15 years is a little, probably like another 6 years on top of that, 7 years. So I mean, yeah, it's definitely evolved with time. So that's why when he passed it to me, I'm like, oh, you've been doing this before I was even born. So I mean,
well, I'm only in my 30s, so I don't know. You can't really put.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
I had on when I was like 11. You know.
So, you did not.
Nah, that's a long time though. Even if it's 15 or 20 years, man, that's a long time to put in work and it's a lot of research.
Yeah, I think what's most important is people have to understand what struggle is.
Yeah,
and I think a lot of people, and I shouldn't generalize, but people look for overnight success, or they don't fully understand what dedication is. They want. I think a lot of people want instant gratification, and then maybe it is for some people. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Some people do get lucky.
Yeah.
Or it's not really luck. Maybe it appears to be luck. You understand what I mean? Maybe it appears to be luck, but it's not actually luck, and they make it seem as though, because there's going to be one or two things. I'm not trying to, take over the conversation, but it could be one or two things. Let's say we have a label, and our goal is to find the next artist or the next hot artist. So we go looking for that 14, 15-year-old singer. Now, for that 14 or 15-year-old singer, it may seem like it's overnight for her. But actually, for us, it's not overnight. Mm-hmm. We're looking for that singer, and we're making her blow up and be that next big thing. You get it? So it's perception. So even if you consider an artist in the form of a rapper or singer, or you figure an actor, there's no real overnight. Somebody's always behind that to kind of, blow them up. Okay, that's it.
Now, has there ever been a time that you were like just ready to give up?
No, not once. No such thing for me. And I'm gonna leave it light. It's deeper than that.
Yeah,
but ain't no such thing.
And you always had that drive, the persistence.
I come from a bloodline of people that never gave up.
Yeah,
you get it. So or else I wouldn't be sitting here. So for me, the 15 years ain't nothing. 20 years ain't nothing. It's light work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, there's a lot of different apps out there. You got like social media platforms. You have some that more focus on maybe education,
okay,
things like that. So, what made you want to stick to your specific lane?
I could get some.
Turn off my phone. The alarm went off.
All right.
So out of all the different apps, what are we doing, or why are we different? Is basically what you're asking, right? Or
Why you different, but also like why you wanted to focus on specific what you're focusing on.
so I feel like this is something you should speak on, but I'll start, and then if anything you can take over. But something we just, or when we say we, really him. It wasn't until, and the reason why I say that is because it wasn't until, and not to get too far off track, but I guess someone recently started to see his vision, and then I started to, try to help out as much as possible. I still have to work towards that to, be a little bit better and stuff like that. But whatever, that's a whole nother thing. But anyway, not because I don't want to make it seem like from like the start I was always like, Dad, what are you and being on top of it. But anyway, so from my understanding, everything he's always talking about is it's all these social media applications. They kind of, it's just users, people just use it, so they're just on it. There's no real benefit. You're scrolling and you're liking, you're doing a bunch of stuff, and it's kind of just pointless. You're spending hours on end. There's no benefit. So with us, what we're doing is we're taking that. If you're going to be on the app anyway and you're going to be spending hours on end scrolling, liking and stuff, doing the challenges, like on TikTok, you may see there's a bunch, they call it trends. Challenges are the same thing where people do like ice bucket challenge, which is kind of old. And they had right now what's popular is like the ring light challenge, where you do something, you put it behind you, something weird like that. And people do it for no reason. So now we have a social application that you benefit from that. So you benefit in points, and you get points through challenges and just through using the app and stuff like that. And now those points can be translated to real world usage. So like in the app, we have an e-commerce side where people can now take those points that they accumulated from using the app through challenges and just being on it, and get coupons off of someone's shop or a business's shop or store in the app. So now basically, in short, it's just a reason to use the app now, or not a reason to use the app. You benefit from using the app. So instead of just being on it and it's essentially just pointless, you're just wasting time doing stuff. Now it's like you're on it and you can now, it essentially translates to real dollars. So every point value, we've broke it down, and it translates to actual money, tangible assets, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word, but
I like that.
Oh, that's fine. That's good enough.
It's good enough.
And that's a good breakdown, man, because I saw the point system when I was on there, but I was wondering exactly like how it worked. But you hit like the nail on the head. So that's definitely dope, because nobody's doing that.
There you have it. Do I want to? I mean, yeah. I think you said enough. I don't need to go back after you. That's fine.
Yeah. And then it gets deep. I mean, I'm not sure how far you wanted to talk about it with Flexyn just being. So yes, we're doing a social media application, but we want it to be where those points are not just used in, you're not getting points just through using the app. Sometime down the line, we do want to make it where if you go to the grocery store and you get healthy stuff, if you get, let's say you get lettuce or anything like that, whatever is healthy, I don't know. And now when you go, you scan your Flexyn card or whatever it is, or eventually we want to have like our own kind of, for lack of better words, technology where now it automatically goes to your account. So let's say you get something healthy or you pick the right food at a grocery store. You go to the gym. So let's say we have things where we own gyms, when we have things where we own gyms, or when we own gyms, you go and you scan it now because you went to the gym consecutively or whatever. Those points now go to your app, and then again, those points are going to be translated to just different benefits. So it's not just through the application. We really want it to be all through people's life, whether you get through fitness, home security, really any and everything. We want it to be, I don't know the word, in people's life. We want it to be in people's life. I'm not sure how to tie that off.
No, I definitely like it, man. I think it's like important too, because I was researching and I noticed that for usage on social media, like blacks are 68%, followed by Hispanics 67%, and then so on and so on. So we use the apps the most, but as far as creators, we don't really create that much.
Yeah, I think we're at 0%.
Yeah, because they didn't even have any data for it.
Well, technically, it's indicative of society as far as the amount of dollars spent versus businesses or ownership. There's a lot of small businesses now, but I'm not sure if that's a trend. A lot of small business owners, or if individuals are getting woke. But you know what? Everything starts from somewhere and something. So I don't like to classify us as a quote unquote black business, because we can take this from, as far as a microcosm, we can take it from United States or take it on a world level, on a galactical level, depending on how deep we want to go, whether it's economics, whether it's spiritual. We're not necessarily a minority. We're actually the majority, right? But then it's all about how someone wants to view themselves. I don't put myself in a box. So I don't kind of live by the parameters that were set up for me, because I know a little bit more than that. So I don't live by those parameters. So I'm not necessarily a minority, but I understand that is a thing now. Black business. It's all good.
Yeah.
If we can benefit, great. But I'm not going to kind of limit myself. The richest man of color in the world, African, is only valued at about 14 billion, which is crazy that he's only at 14 billion. And you have all these other different nationalities that are 60 billion, 70 billion, 80 billion, 90 billion. You know what I mean? So for the richest African to be at only 14 billion, and if you're talking about American or anyone from I won't go too deep, from that African dichotomy of the slave trade, you're talking 1 or 2 billion, excuse me. So we have a lot of work to do, and I understand it's a lot of times it's generational, so it's, we're trying to get out of it and move forward, and it's all good, Yeah,
it's definitely, especially when you said generational, like I thought it was definitely like important when he said he was growing up, and since he could remember as a child, like that was the main focus, like he always heard it presented in the house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've always kind of like a lot of people, business has always been my thing in many forms and facets as a child, from selling newspapers. It's a lot of people, they just don't understand that they're actually kind of doing a form of business. When you're a child and you have a paper route, that's kind of the earliest form of business. If you're doing Girl Scout cookies and you're standing out there at the table, and it progresses, and it's progression. And I think somewhere along the line, society, a lot of us that have that entrepreneurial spirit, it gets burnt out because society tells you need to go to school. And depending on where you go to school, you're either taught you are going to be a business owner or you're going to go and work for someone. The majority of us is taught and bred to go to school, go to college, graduate for a job, which means you're coming out to work for someone. You're not coming out to be a job creator. So a lot of us, I'm no different than, a lot of little kids in any color, any race, any neighborhood. Yeah. Whether you selling lemonade, whether you set up a little lemonade stand, whether you are outside and you selling clothes, a lot of little kids was like us. My brothers, my cousins, we were selling little newspapers by World Trade Center. I was like 9 years old, selling USA Today newspapers. A lot of people.
Yeah, you always had that hustle, that drive.
Yeah. It's something it can't be taught.
Yeah.
You either have it or you don't. It's fine.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Can't really teach it.
Yeah.
I could sell it. You could buy it. You know what I mean? It's all good. Write a book about it.
Now, so the app, what stage is it in right now? Because it looks good to me, but
no. It's in the beta stage.
Yeah.
We're in the beta stage of development. Basically getting a feel. We're trying to basically break it, so to speak. We want a lot of usage. We're asking individuals to get on, use it as much as possible. We can work out all the kinks. There's a huge business component that is the main factor to the app. It's about small businesses and taking that piece of unwanted advertising out and allowing small businesses to flourish and kind of have a one-on-one relationship with their clientele by showing their activities, doing challenges in the form of advertising, or advertisement, and then selling their product all on the same page. Very fluid, very easy to do that. So in the beta stage, to answer.
Now, do you guys do like any events or?
I don't want let them get some.
So, do we have any events right now? We did have a launch party for when the app did come out, when it was officially on the on the Bodega. So all major platforms. So the Bodega, Apple, the App Store, whatever they call it, the App Store, and Google Play Store. The 10th, so December 10th, we co-sponsored with an organization at Rowan University to be able to donate blankets. That's not necessarily us, so that's our not-for-profit. So that's Flexyn Cares. So anything that has to do with giving back in any programs, we do through Flexyn Cares. Also with that, we made it a point that on the 7th of every month, we donate 100% of the proceeds that Flexyn and everything got to Flexyn Cares. And so that's kind of the upcoming event would be that co-sponsorship for donating blankets for the holidays.
Let me jump in and touch on that a little bit. Let's remember that basically our rundown is the following throughout our week. On Mondays, we sell NFTs, right? So we basically have our platform throughout the week and certain days. Every Monday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., our NFTs that we have 12 of those, and we have the first 4. We release our NFTs because it's with Ethereum through OpenSeas. On Mondays, we sell our NFTs 8 a.m. to 1. On Thursdays, we will have an update event from 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. And that's going to allow our followers to speak to us and get updates on what we're doing, our process, speak to any of us firsthand and hear us. And then after that, we're going to start an after party. So from 9 to 11, we're going to do a live DJ event, right? Big up to Vaughn over there. A live DJ event. From 9 to 11 on Twitch. On Fridays, we call Fridays our payday, because what happens is right now we're paying our staff in points. So on Fridays, we pay in points. We pay anyone that's involved a certain amount of points. So we have something planned throughout the week. We constantly promote throughout the week. And like Ty mentioned, on the 10th, we are having a blankets kind of, not-for-profits thing at Rowan University. On the 10th, we will be doing that. And that is through our not-for-profit, Flexyn Cares. And so we're going to look throughout New Jersey, local companies that we can partner with and do things and kind of help out any way we can. Definitely, this is a perfect time of year to help in feeding individuals, giving back for those in need, those families in need. And we want to continue to do that and moving forward. So we intend to have several events. That's a whole department right there that we plan on constantly giving back. And starting with Jersey and then moving out eventually all the United States and eventually the entire planet, we can give back.
Now, if there was any local businesses or anybody that wanted to be a part of that, like how would they get in contact?
They can contact us through the app. They should sign up. They should be a member of the app. Let's start with that. And contact us through YoFlex. YoFlex is a default friend, and he is the brand AI brand ambassador to Flexyn. So reach out through Flex and contact us.
Now, what's the like the average user? Like, what are you guys looking for? The age group or
What are we looking for? No, well, put it this way.
I don't want to be exclusive. I mean, honestly, it's anyone that is. I mean,
Well, you have to be 13. Well, what we say is this, not to cut you off, Ty. To be responsible, we would like the users to. There's no age limit according to the Apple and Google guidelines. They have us at age 4 and up. Mm-hmm. We don't want 4-year-olds or 5-year-olds on Flexyn.
yeah?
Right? That could get a little touchy. Well, no pun intended. We don't really want that.
or 13-year-olds for that matter.
Well, see, if you're 13, if you from the age of 13, what we ask is that you have parental permission, guidance to sign up. The parent knows. Right now, we're trying to be a little strict with the guidelines because eventually, at a certain point, we won't be able to hold on. We could try, but sometimes it just gets a little crazy. But right now, we want to be kind of strict. So we're not looking for age, but I would say the average social media user, that 18 to 24 up to 29, 39. If you're older, I am considered older. So I'm considered older. My papa doc. I
wouldn't say there's no limit. I mean, as long as it's about being social. So whether you're doing challenges or you're not, I mean, you're connecting with your friends and people, meeting new people. That's what it's about. So I mean, we have a base of 13, and then like you said with the parent and parents watching. But the age limit, it's whoever wants to get on and have fun.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, especially with that point system, I think everybody's gonna want.
Yeah, that. People love coupons. They're gonna be like,
eventually. It's really just about being accepting to all. We're calling it like the social media safe space, so to speak. Meaning, more than the age, it's just the type of person we're looking for. We're looking for that. We're looking for the people that are accepting of any and everyone. And if you feel a certain way about a certain group of people, like, it's simple. Social media is new, right? But there should be several social media platforms, not one main one, not two main ones, not three. It's like there's plenty of different places to eat burgers, and everyone has a choice. And if you choose not to come on Flexyn, we're perfectly fine with that's not for you, and we respect that. And we actually would prefer if you are, if you're too left or you're too right, you just,
yeah.
we respectfully, disinvite you, but we're accepting to all people.
That's good. Now, outside of Flexyn, like, what are you guys into?
He's a wild boy. I'm just joking. Let him talk about that.
This guy's funny.
What you into?
Yeah. I just be chilling, man. I trade up. I trade stocks and stuff like that. I've been doing that freshman year of college. Specifically options. That's kind of what I got into. Honestly, really, my time, it's just this. So, I mean, I work out, and I kind of just do this. So this is my main thing. But before I was doing all this, I had a different job, and kind of my epiphany was clocking into work, and it's a multi-billion-dollar company. So it was like $27 billion, so they say, whatever. And so, yeah. So, and then this is kind of off topic, but I guess to get on it really, this is kind of the only thing I really do. I trade stocks still kind of, but this is really the main thing. But But was working, and then I remember there was this guy that came in, and he had on his hat, and he was like, I don't know his company name, but he was like, I asked him about it, and he was like, yeah, such and such, and he's like, this is my company. He had a bunch of papers in his hand, and somehow we got into it. He has kids. I'm like, oh, what's your kid do? He was like, oh, he's a security guard at such and such. And it was weird because I'm like, so you have your own business, you here with a bunch of papers, you super old. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but like, you're an older man, you got a bunch of papers, you got your hat on, and your son's working somewhere else as a security like thing, which didn't make sound like. So it's something that made me feel bad because I was like, my pops, I would come home, I would wake up to him working. I still do, because he still kind of gets up like 5 minutes earlier than I do. So I come downstairs, okay. He's still working, and then I go to sleep and he's still working. So I would come home from work, I would go to work and he's working, I would come home from work and he's working. All I'm really doing, and it made me think, because I'm like, I'm here making this company more money, and it's someone's, they already have their, it is a private company, they're good, they got their billions, they kind of just chilling, and I have my dad at home that's trying to make the same thing and eventually surpass them, because a $27 billion company, I see as being, God willing, owning a $1 trillion company, and then being people that's worth 26 billion. So $25 billion company is a lot. It's okay. But we do want to eventually surpass that. But anyway, so, and it was just that. So and then I'm kind of like thinking, why am I going to keep making these people more money when I could be helping my pops get to there, and we can be that family that people talk about and stuff like that. So that's kind of how it all started, because really I was just working crazy hours and trading stocks. And then when that guy made me think, because I'm like, that would suck if I see my dad and then they're like, what's your son? Like, he's as passionate as he is for over 20-something years. And then I go, yeah, I'm working at this company. That doesn't mean, if your own son is not helping you. So it was really that guy that I was like, it made me think. And then now I'm here. So, and now really this is kind of the main thing I do. I trade, but.
Yeah, that's good though, man. I think like that reality set in. You saw like the future and you were like, you know what, like, I'll stick with Pops on this one.
Yeah, I have to. It sounds crazy. I can't imagine, because then how could people take our family serious if they go, what do you do? And you go, well, I work here. And then you go, what do you do? And you go, I work over here. I'm trying to work my way up. And then you have him trying to be that company. So it's like, if your own family is not taking a chance and sacrificing and doing stuff, why would anybody else do it? So.
Oh, good. Well, I appreciate that.
Good.
And I appreciate my son too, coming in.
Yeah. So this is honestly all I do. I mean, I read. I be chilling, man. I don't really be doing much. I work out.
Now, if I was his age,
you'd be flexing.
oh boy, this guy. Yeah, it's crazy.
He don't do nothing now. He's just trying, because he don't do nothing. He just be working 24/7.
Now, when I was 23,
he was never like that.
No, I'm saying you work hard and play hard.
Yeah, that's it.
You know what I mean? I've always been the type. I could go out. I do it now. The other day we came in. I ain't lying either. I ain't lying.
What? Tell us.
I went to bed like 1:30. I still get up at 5.
We was at a family baby shower.
No, and then we went to a party in Yonkers.
Your cousin's party.
He
trying to act like he was out at a club.
Oh no! I'm not trying to say be at a club. I'm just trying to say that I could go out. That don't stop my show. I still get up.
Yeah, you still.
It's my drive. That's my one day. A few weeks ago, he asked me something about an alarm clock. I was like, alarm clock? You don't know who you're talking to. Drive is my alarm clock. That's what wakes me up. Drive wakes me up at 4:30, 5 o'clock every morning. Get your ass up and get going, because when you die, you're gonna have plenty of sleep. So I don't, I like kind of have this agreement with sleep. Like I give it just enough. You know what I'm saying? Like the universe shuts out the lights. Boom, boom, go to bed. The sun is, you know what I'm saying? And then I give you a little night light. It's the moon. Give you a little night light. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But then the sun comes up. But you know what? I don't go by that. I wake up the sun. Every morning I come here and I look outside. Sun don't come up until I get up. I wake up the sun. Because I sit here when I go out, when I wake up, it's pitch black. The sun be asleep. And I'm like, and I come here, look out the window, pitch black, and then I see the sun starting to creep up. So I don't get going till I get up, player. No, but that's it though, man. It's just about what people got to understand too. It's different levels to work, right? It would be equivalent to I'll relate it to the NBA or something where people don't really understand the levels of work, right? There's like high school ball, there's college ball, then there's the NBA. People don't really understand the amount of effort it takes to be on a professional level, whether it's the NBA, whether it's the NFL. It really burns you out, right? So to be honest, I mean, I'm just fortunate enough to have a lot of energy, but we still like high school right now. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm trying to get him acclimated to a collegiate level. Mm-hmm. But when you on a professional level, it's 24 hours. It does not stop. There's no, like, who created this Monday through Friday? That's a worker's mentality. 40 hours a week. When I give you Monday through Friday, take 2 days off. You get back here on Monday. That's a worker's mentality, right? So I removed the concept of Monday through Friday. And sometimes it's hard to do that. It's hard to get yourself, it's hard to erase that because it's ingrained. There's no Monday through Friday for me. There is work, and that's it. So I wake up, when my eyes open, I'm off, right? And until I get sleepy, I may take a nap, but there's no Monday through Friday. Let me take a little Saturday, take a little Sunday, get back on Monday. That's not how you do it. It is because what happens is those people will be watching us on a Saturday morning TV, watching us run. Now, it's a matter of, can you keep up that high level of play for a certain amount of years? Because most CEOs of these big companies step down after a certain amount of time. I'm not going to get into names, but recently someone stepped down because it's not easy to maintain that level because it's not easy. It's hard. Most people are really just on the, I got a little business, you know what I mean? I put in my work, but they're not
dedicated.
I mean, and I don't even want to say most people are, but the level of dedication, and I'm still trying to get myself, I have to reserve. It's almost like, how much do I have to go? I still have enough to keep turning because we're not even there, but I still have a lot to keep turning, and just to see, how much torque I got to give before we are running. You know what I mean? Like, we all out like thoroughbreds. And when you have a team of 24-hour dedicated individuals, you can't lose. You cannot lose. And it's, whether it's 5 people doing the work or 10, but when you have a team that's on the same accord, and I mean, you running, you're going to win. So really right now, I'm just trying to get my team warmed up. We doing drills. I'm trying to get their breathing right. Because when I call someone on a Sunday morning and then they can't pick up the phone, well, then you're not ready yet. You know what I mean? Because when I call you on Sunday, when you see that phone now, unless you're in the shower or something, but when you get out the shower, you need to make the phone call and see there's a missed call. So if you think you have Saturday and Sunday off, no, you're not ready yet. You know what I mean? You're not ready yet. You don't understand yet where we going, right? You don't get it. You think we like Monday through Friday, we chill. You think like, I gotta get off at 4:30. I've had the great fortune of, and once again I won't mention names, of working very close with some people that turn out to be superstars. And I can honestly say that their work ethic from their young 20s, and mine was as well. I grew up in New York City, and I grew up in an era where it seemed as though a lot of people were in the entertainment business, and we were all in our 20s, like early 20s, late 20s, because this was kind of the transition of when hip hop started to make money. They realized now after all these years, like, wait a minute, this could be a $1 billion industry. So the music changed a little bit, the videos. But I'm talking dedicated people. Like I've walked in empty offices and walked down to where people were saying this is where they want their gold plaques to hang. And their gold plaques eventually were hanging there. But it was dedication.
Yeah.
Every time I went in that office, that person was in the office any time of day. Even if I went after my so-called work day, you know, and especially when you're in the music industry, what people don't understand either, people do understand. I shouldn't say people don't understand. People understand. There was a time that to cue the audio, right? From what I remember, it would be like 5 hours just to do. They used to have these 2-inch reels, and you put it through the reels. You put the reels up, and you know you have to buy your reel, or you could get an old reel, but you have to do that and then put all the music on separate tracks, right? That would take 4 or 5 hours alone. Now you start talking about recording, right? So you're talking about 10, 12-hour days to do a song, 13, 14, 15 hours. You know, you go in at a certain time and you're there till the morning and then you come back. So I kind of understand that. You know, I've been there when I managed artists. So for me, you know, a 4-hour work day, 5 hours is like, come on, we getting warmed up right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like,
Go get something to drink. You know what I mean? Go get you a little piece thing and get on back here.
yeah.
let's get going. But it takes that's training though. That's not something that just like anything else. You build up endurance for work. There's an endurance that has to be built for work, and it's real. And people don't understand that you know, when you work for yourself is serious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we getting the team ready.
Now with COVID hitting last year, that set back a lot of people. Like, not only like financially, but like emotionally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Did it hit you guys like the
I can answer.
Yeah, but yes, it has. We have family members that have lost their mom and lost other loved ones. I think together with him and Jeanette, I think they know like 14, 15 people, like personally, that they lost. We lost our great grandmother. So it has been rough. It's definitely a sad time. Unfortunately, some people don't or still don't, whatever. And I know there's a new variant out, but people didn't take it as serious as it should have been. And so it was a sad time. Still, our family members and everyone is still struggling with the losses and stuff like that. But it's really, I feel like for you and Jeanette, like literally know like 14 people. So I mean,
yeah, it was rough on a lot of people.
yeah.
not just us, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's not just us. So, you know, it was rough on a lot of people. We have very close. We won't get into it. We'll leave it alone. We have very close people to us that passed away that didn't make it. You know, but hopefully we'll see them again. Who knows if everything is truly a cycle, then they're already back in another form. They're already here.
Yeah.
Just don't know.
I'm definitely sorry to hear that. I didn't want to touch on that part of it.
It's
you know?
all
I
good.
thought that's what she's talking about.
No. You know what? I'm glad you hit it though, because I mean that did affect some people in that way also.
I mean, well, now if you're looking in terms of financially, yes, it also, of course, affected us that way. We did had to cut our staff and move out of an office we had. So, I mean, stuff like that. So we did downsize a little bit. So we kind of took a step back because of everything that was happening. And we're in the process of getting everything back and then moving forward. So in terms of like, I guess, finances and stuff like that, we did have to do a little bit of downsizing, but it's a small setback for...
You know what? Actually, though, when you look at life is what happens for you and not to you, right? In retrospect, what happens is this. So this whole what this COVID did for us is it showed everyone, it taught us a new way to work. Because at first, everyone was like, it was like the substitute teacher was on. Everybody was like, oh, no work, kick them back. And then once everyone and businesses started to realize, wait a minute, this is real, they start saying, well, then work from home. I honestly like the concept of working with people from home, because we have people we work with all the way on the other side of the country, and it works out fine.
Yeah.
We have calls. You actually get more work because let's just say in an 8-hour workday, you run through it real quick. You spend 2 hours getting up. If you have children, you get your children off. You get your children to school. You spend a lot of time. Then you head to work. So I'm saying 2 hours. That's generous. It could be 3 hours. It could be 3 hours like pre getting to work. Then you go to work. Take a cigarette break. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Most people, if you have a desk job, you spend a good 15 minutes before you even start working. You get it. Oh yeah, blah, 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 blah. Oh yeah, all right. You mess around before you even start. Yeah, I'm getting my computer ready. You check. Then before you even start on the company work, you check your email. Then you check online for anything. You check your social media. Then you start working. I gotta go to the bathroom. Man, I gotta go to the. So I say we all know. So technically, you cut out all of that. You may get 3 hours from, and then you already know you're gonna stop working before lunchtime, right? Mm-hmm. And then after lunchtime, you're getting ready. You get your stuff ready, and then you know when it's time to get off. You know you stopping. I got 40 minutes left. Yeah. I ain't doing nothing. I still got like 40 minutes. Man, I'm out of here. So what happens is you really only getting 3-4 hours in an 8-hour work day. If it's 10 hours or 12, you may get 6 or 7. But actually I find that in working and having a staff that works from home, I could call them anytime. Look, you know what I mean? And then you eliminate all of that other stuff. Mm-hmm. The getting ready, traveling. It's like you start work at 8. I'm gonna call you at 8. You need to pick up the phone. And there's no, I was in traffic. I'm off today.
Because the excuses.
Because of all the excuses. So I actually like it. So and for a long time you was starting to hear that. People were kind of grappling with that. If you could work from home or not. I think we see it works.
Yeah,
I'm perfectly fine with staff working from home and us in our own quarters, because we continue to have meetings. Mm-hmm. We still go.
Just about getting it done. I mean, it doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're using the bathroom, walking your dog, like you said, if any of us call or they call us, it's not just one-sided. We just need to be there. So I feel like it forces people to be to produce. You don't have an excuse. You have to, because you're home. You have no excuse. You have to get the work done. I have to answer the phone if someone calls me. What else am I doing here? So I think that's really what it is. It's like a psychological thing. Like, you're not hiding. You can't act like you're on your computer doing work, or you can't act like you're doing something.
Right, get the work done.
You just have to produce. So
I like it. So what it did for us, it helped.
Yeah.
It helped us, and I think a lot of other companies see that you can work. You can work from home. Mm-hmm. And ultimately, I think it helps a company's bottom line. Now, there's a lot of industries that it'll hurt: travel, tourism,
food restaurants,
food, right? And you in Jersey, we always had the lowest gas prices. But now I think because traveling has stalled, right? Gas prices are sky high because they have to still, reap that profit. And if it's not as many cars on the road and more people are staying home, and then there was that huge deficit during COVID, that dollar has to be made up. Yeah. So it hurts some industries, and then others it benefits. So you got to make it work. You got to find a way to make it work.
That's it. That's all you can do.
Yeah, that's all you can do.
Yeah, I know we, when I came in here, we was choosing rooms, like 20 rooms. I appreciate the hospitality. Like should I record in here or there? I really didn't know what to choose, to be honest.
Okay.
We saw so many damn rooms in my life.
Well, we're blessed.
Definitely appreciate it, man.
But we appreciate you too. Thank you.
And you got the motto. Now, what's the motto again? It's fly sexy.
Be fly, live sexy, have fun.
Be fly, live sexy, have fun. I
Yeah.
feel like some people gonna get that tatted.
Yeah. We'll give them 200 points.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Be fly, live
Get it
sexy,
tatted,
have fun.
we'll give them points.
Yeah. What if they get the ferret?
Ferret Flex.
points for that
Give
too?
them 300 points.
Oh, where we putting that out there?
Yeah, we could, and we open to that. You
Yeah.
want to start getting Flex tatted on you. It's all good. But wait a minute. Just don't have them looking crazy. Like, don't be talking about like that's Flex. We'd be like, yo, that's not Flex, man. Like, you can't. You got that on your arm. I don't know what that is.
Some sandwich shop did that. Hoagie Haven in Princeton. If you get like a tattoo or something, you get like free sandwiches.
No, we ain't.
So yeah, we should do that.
You tattoo yourself. You just do. That's on you.
That's on you.
Yeah, we ain't getting
That's just support right there.
Yeah, we ain't. Nah, he's on you. You want to do that? You go ahead and do it.
Nah,
Like, I got Flex tatted on me. All right. Cool. Hey, man.
I might be Flex with some Timbs on.
Flex with some Timbs.
A little Yankee fit.
Well, let me say this too. Flex
points
is
I get for
actually. Let me add this. Flex is actually a very big part of Flexyn because he's going to play a huge. Let me throw this in too about Flex. What Flex is our licensing and branding arm that all social media missed out on. Right? So going back to my days of licensing and branding and understanding marketing, they always missed that component, I felt. And licensing and branding is huge. And now when you add the points, so what we want to do is we had to make Flex be very, he has to appeal to the cool people, but he also has to be very appealing to the younger market, right? So we want to have Flex cartoons, Flex games, right? Where he's the what do they call it? The player, your non-player, something they call it. I forgot. When you're actually the player, there's non-players and then there's players, something like that in a video game. But we talking cartoons, movies, video games, bed sheets. We want to do fun things like partner with cereal companies where like Flex is on the outside of the box. You open the cereal, inside is a little code to get points from the cereal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they don't do that anymore.
I know. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Remember?
I miss it, man.
They don't give prizes no more.
They don't do. That's the only reason I bought the damn box.
You right. Well, you know what we can do? We can put it on the cardboard. Like we can have, like codes on the inside of the cardboard with Flex. It's all kind of, we can have things. Remember they had the Pokemon, you go somewhere and you find a Pokemon. We could do that with Flex, find Flex. We could have Flex appear at the malls in some form or facet where you come out and, find Flex. Yeah. So Flex is going to be huge. And licensing and branding, is a multi-billion-dollar company. So on that alone, between the NFTs that we have with Flex and the licensing and branding we're going to implement with Flex, we're really looking to like capitalize in a big, big way with Flex, which is why everywhere we go, he like seems to always. I didn't even put him here.
Yeah,
like
pops up.
he like the little doll from Magic. I didn't even put him here.
Yeah.
He just like Chucky. Like, what you doing here?
Speaking of dolls, I'm gonna need like a stuffed animal, a Flex stuffed animal.
Like stuffed
My
animal.
kids, yeah, they would love that.
Flex stuffed animals. We have this little real figure made of Flex.
Yeah.
We keep them in this jar. I'm gonna show them to you after this. We keep them in a little
Case.
Yeah. Flex is a real deal. He's a cool dude. We'll get him a stuffed animal.
Yeah,
We'll get him a stuffed animal. So a little hat, something. We'll like flex him down. We'll have him a hat, pajamas, stuffed animal. What else? And if we see you wearing it on the app, give you points. You know what I'm saying? Just don't tattoo your kids, though. Don't tattoo
Yeah,
your kids. No kids. Matter of fact, let's make that a thing. You cannot tattoo your kids. I don't want to see no 4-year-olds with a tattoo of Flex.
Somebody gonna try it, man. Somebody gonna try it.
Don't do it.
You gotta get that little temporary tat.
A temporary tag. Don't be tattooing your kids. That's not a
You
challenge.
won't get no points.
You're going right. We can't take points away, but you will not get points for tattooing your baby.
You always got one, man. You always got
You gotta
one.
put out no animals. Don't tattoo your dog. None of that. You don't tattoo nobody.
Yeah. Don't tattoo your dog.
You gotta say that's like a disclaimer.
Can you tattoo an animal?
Probably.
I've never seen you. You guys ever seen an animal tattoo?
I don't know.
I'm sure somewhere it's been done.
Tattoo an animal?
It's been done.
I know you could brand them.
You could brand them.
I don't know
Like
about
a
a tat.
cow.
I guess you could, right? You hold them down.
I'm sure somebody has it.
I'm joking. Just joking.
Somebody did
You
it.
see Farrah walk in with like a tattoo on her arm.
Yeah. I'm pit bull. We got a pit. Little pit. I got no Farrah the pit. Farrah's a pit bull. You can't tell her she not. You know, so.
Nah, man. I appreciate you having me, and definitely wanted to find out more about Flexyn. And where can they find you at again on the app? They can download it on
Apple and Google, and we have our own Play Store called the Bodega.
Yeah, when I saw that, that's hot.
Oh yeah.
The Bodega, that's
We're baby, but we're our own app store. Well, actually, you can only download the Flexyn app right now.
Yeah. It's gonna grow. It's gonna expand.
Oh, no doubt. But it's called a Bodega. So you could go to flexyn.app, FLEXYN.app, and you can get the Apple, Android, or you could go to the Bodega.
Look at all the things I got to do. I'm flying high, straight up to Flexyn. Shooting through the sky tonight, I'll be beside me.
Fly, sexy, fun, be fly, live sexy,
Through the sky tonight, I'll be
Flexyn,
beside me.
Flexyn, Flexyn.
Shooting through the sky tonight.